even it is also in the form of decimal as non-terminating, non-recurrent. And we started proving the given number as irrational number by a method called contradictory method. Just to recall its definition, contradictory method is the method in which our assumption is wrong, our method in which our assumption is reverse of the given statement is called contradictory method, right? In that, in yesterday's class, we proved some numbers as irrational numbers. Even I have given these two numbers as irrational number to be proved. So hope that you all might have done it. If you have done, you just cross-check with my writing. If not done, you can go for writing with me. Go through the given statement. It is prove that the following are irrationals. First one, of course, both are irrational only, Sudarshan. We have given irrational numbers only, but we have to prove them as irrational numbers. For proving, we follow a method called contradictory method. Yes, I'll just go for explaining it. Prove. I'll take first one by contradictory method. Contradictory method. We all know that according to this method, our assumption is a reverse of the given statement. The given statement is 5 plus root 3 is irrational. We should assume this as a rational. So here I'll write let 5 plus root 3 be a rational. If it is rational, it can be written in the form of P by Q. That is 5 plus root 3, this is equal to P by Q, where P and Q are rationals. Here we'll take P and Q are rationals. Rationals, and Q is not equal to 0. We know that root 3 is an irrational number. So first you go for solving this. Root 3, this is equal to P by Q, transfer 5 to the right hand side. Then it becomes minus 5. Take LCM in the
Sir, unmute your audio, sir.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Now, let me go for taking LCM of the denominator. It is Q. Now, multiply this LCM with both the terms. If you multiply with first term, Q and Q get cancelled, you get P only, minus. Multiply LCM with the second term. So, 5 into Q, it is 5. So, root 3 is equal to P minus 5Q whole divided by 5. Next, we know that we have assumed P, Q as rational numbers. Here, P and Q are rationals. And we also know that 5 is a rational number. Alright, P, Q and 5 are rationals. If these are rationals, this whole statement, that is P minus 5Q by Q, is also a rational. Is a rational. And on observing this, you can come to know that this whole statement P minus 5Q by Q is equal to root 3. If it is a rational, then root 3 will also be rational. So here I'll write root 3 is also a rational. But we know that root 3 is irrational. Root 3 is irrational. So according to our assumption, we have got root 3 is rational, but actually it is irrational. Then our assumption will be wrong, right? Therefore, our assumption is wrong, right? Hence, 5 plus root 3. 5 plus root 3 is an irrational number. Irrational number. Or else you can also write it as 5 plus root 3 is irrational. Hope that you have copied. Now, of course, yesterday when I told you that it is not compulsory to take P by Q. You may take A by B. You may take C by D, even X by Y, and so on. Got it? Next, let me go for taking second one. It is 5 minus root 3. Yes, start writing. Prove. Second one, prove by contradictory method. By contradictory method, right? Let 5 minus root 3 be a rational. 5 minus root 3 be a rational. So now you can write it as 5 minus root 3 is equal to P by Q. 5 minus root 3 is equal to P by Q, where P and Q are rationals. P and Q are rationals. And Q is not equal to 0. Q is not equal to 0. Now you just observe here. Even yesterday, whatever the question was given in the worksheet, it was also like this type only. But there, some students had done mistake that here 5 minus root 3 equal to P by Q is there. Just they have taken root 3 is equal to P by Q minus 5. Then is it correct?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Because here we
Minus
have
P by Q
Minus
plus
root
5.
Plus,
three.
plus,
minus
sir.
root 3 is there. So here I'll write minus root 3. This is equal to P by Q. And transferring 5 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 5. Now, you will multiply minus with all the terms. Here I'll write. All right. Let's multiply minus with all the terms. Then it can be rewritten as minus root 3 becomes plus root 3. Then minus 5 becomes plus 5. Plus P by Q becomes minus P by Q. Hope that you have understood. Or else, in another simplest way, you can also write like this. Here minus root 3 is there. Transfer this to right hand side. Becomes plus root 3. Once I tell, listen carefully. Here minus root 3 equal to P by Q minus 5. Hope that you have understood up to here. Minus 5 is there. Here I am multiplying minus 1 on both the sides. Then when you multiply minus here, minus into minus plus root. When you multiply minus here, it is minus P by Q. When you multiply minus here, minus into minus plus, it becomes plus 5. Hope that you have understood. Even I told, instead, if 5 minus root 3 is equal to P by Q is there, you can also write this as 5, transfer P by Q to the left hand side. It becomes minus P by Q. And minus root 3 to the right hand side. It becomes plus root. Got it? So both are same only. Next. Right way. In RHS side, take LCM and simplify. LCM is, it is Q. Multiply LCM with first term, it becomes 5Q. Minus, with the second term, Q and Q get cancelled, it becomes minus P. So root 3 is equal to 5Q minus P by Q. Next. In the RHS side, we know that PQ and 5 are rationals. If they are rationals, then 5q minus p by q is a rational. And this whole statement is equal to root 3. If it is a rational, root 3 will also be a rational. Hence we have written root 3 is a rational. But we know that root 3 is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, 5 minus root 3 is an irrational number. So copy up to date. Root 3 is also
I already copied yesterday.
Ah, very good, good. Hope that you have completed. Now let me go for taking another one. Now it is fifth one, right. Six. Fifth one. Show that 3 into root 2 is irrational. Irrational. Show that 3 into root 2 is irrational. Yes, students, you all know that it is a monomial irrational number with some coefficient. See, here the coefficient is 3, that is other than 1. Therefore, again, we'll move on to the contradictory method. Now, please go on proving this with me. Right. Prove. By contradictory method, assume 3 into root 2 as rational. Let 3 into root 2 be a rational. If it is rational, then this can be written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are rationals, and Q is not
Sir, co-prime, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
Co-primes.
it is 3 root 2, sir. You have written 3 root 3.
3 root 2. Then
Sir, for monomials, co-primes, no, sir.
don't go for taking P and Q as rationals. I told you, because if there is coefficient 1, then it will be just root 2 only. Then to prove this as irrational number, we will go for taking P and Q as co-primes and Q is not equal to 0. But here the coefficient is other than 1. 3 is there. Hence, we will follow the previous method. P and Q are rationals and Q is not equal to 0. Now solve root 2 only. Root 2 is equal to P by transpose 3 to the denominator. This will be 3Q. Hope you have understood. Next, it implies that we know that P and Q are rationals. Yes. P and Q are rationals and 3 is also a rational. Here I'll write P, Q and 3 are rationals. If these are rationals, P by 3Q is also a rational. As this whole statement, that is, which is in RHS side, is a rational, and that's equal to root 2. root 2 will also be a rational. Right. Root 2 is also a rational. Then we all know that root 2 is an irrational number. We know that root 2 is irrational. As it is irrational, our assumption will be wrong. Right. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence 3 into root 2 is irrational. How root 2? Somebody was sending the message. Please send again. I'll see that. Root 2 is irrational. Hope you have understood this. Copy up to here.
Copied, sir.
Soon after every problem, please go for drawing the line with scale and pencil. Do you have any doubt regarding this? How root 2 is rational, sir? Here, I told that. Once I repeat, here P, Q, and 3 are rationals. Then P by 3Q will also be a rational. As this rational is equal to root 2, root 2 will also be a rational. But we all know that actually root 2 is irrational. So this will contradict our statement. Hence our assumption is wrong. As a result of it, you can write 3 into root 2 is irrational. Is it clear? Hope that you have understood. Okay, Rahil. Now let me go for taking another statement which is very important, and it was also given in the examination for 2 marks. Yesterday we proved, I think root 2 and root 7 as irrational. There, those will be asked for 3 marks. After that, whatever other numbers were proved as irrational, all these will be asked for 2 marks. Now I am going to give you one such important statement which was asked in the examination for 2 marks. Right. 6th one. Actually, it's not there in the textbook. I have collected it from your previous year question paper. Right. 6th one. Put 3-star mark. 3-star mark. Write the question. Prove that. Prove that. Prove that it is 7 by 3 into root 5 is irrational. It was given in the examination for 2 marks. It should be proved just like previous one, and go on proving with me. So we will follow a method called contradictory method, right? By contradictory method. Contradictory method. Right. The given number is, it is 7 by 3 into root 5. It should be proved as irrational. Hence, we have to assume this as rational. Let 7 by 3 into root 5 be a rational. If it is a rational, it can be written in the form of P by Q. Right. 7 by 3 into root 5 is equal to P by Q, where P and Q are, should we take integers, co-primes, or rationals?
Rationals.
Rational.
Rationals.
Very good. Why should we
Because
take
with
rational?
the root 5,
It is
we have
expressed in the form of A by B.
Anybody?
with root 5 we have coefficients.
Very good, very good. With root 5, we have a coefficient that is 3. I told you, if there is coefficient 1, then you go for taking P and Q as co-primes. But here, coefficient of root 5 is other than 1. Hence, we should take P and Q are rationals. Right. P and Q are rationals. And Q is not equal to 0. Then go for solving only root 5, because we know that root 5 is also an irrational number. Now, I'll go for cross multiplying. Multiply Q with 7, it becomes 7Q. This is equal to 3 into root 5 with P. It will be 3 into root 5 P. Hope you are written. Next, we want only root 5. We have other term 3 and P. Transpose these to the denominator. Now I can write this as 7Q by 3P, which is equal to root 5. Hope you have understood.
Yes,
Next.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. We all know that
Yes, sir.
P, Q, 3 and 7. These are all rationals. Right. P, Q, 3 and 7 are rationals. These are all rationals. We know that 7 is a rational, Q is also rational. 7Q is a rational number. 3 is rational, P is rational. 3P is a rational. Now, rational number by rational number is a rational number, right? So, I can say 7Q by 3P is a rational number. 7Q.
Sir, we can
by-
also take reciprocal, no, sir?
Why do you go for taking the reciprocal? See that if you go for taking the reciprocal, again it becomes 1 by 5. Then you will go for cross multiplying. Hence,
In the
don't
first
need to-
step, sir.
First step, of course, very good. You can do the same. If you want to solve root 5, you can also take the reciprocal of both LHS and RHS. Okay. After just explaining this, I'll go for giving you information regarding that also. Now, 7Q by 3P is a rational. Then, as it is rational, this is equal to root 5. Hence, root 5 will also be a rational. Is also a rational. But we all know that root 5 is an irrational number. We know that root 5 is irrational. According to our assumption, we have got root 3 is rational, but actually it is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Right. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, 7 by 3 into root 5 is an irrational number. And irrational number. Hope that you have written. Now you may take scale and pencil, draw a line.
Yes, sir.
Please maintain the notes. You must maintain the neatness in the notes. Therefore, soon after every problem is over, take scale and pencil and draw a line. Hope that you have completed up to here. Now just observe. One student, I think Mohammed Sohail, he told that, sir, in this step, can we go for taking the reciprocal? No doubt, you can take the reciprocal. Just observe, yeah, of finding the reciprocals of both, we will get the same. Just I'll show you that. By reciprocals, you have to take reciprocals for both numerator and both LHS and RHS. Then numerator and denominator will be interchanged. This will be 3 into root 5 by 7, and P by Q will be Q by P. Then cross multiply. Root 5 is equal to, it is 7Q and 3 to the denominator. It will be 3. I can say 7Q by 3P. Good. So I think Sohail, your thinking is good. Even this will also be easier comparatively previous one. So whichever you feel comfortable, you may go for following that. Now, let me go for taking 7th. 7th one is also important, and this was also given in the examination. Right, 7th one, put 3 star marks. Put 3 star marks. The question was like this. It is, prove that it is 5 by 3 minus 7 into root 2 is irrational. It was also given in the examination for 2 marks. Please do remember. Let's go for proving this. Just by observing the statement, you may recall your 9th standard concept, that is rationalizing the denominator. Is it not? Okay, now let's move on to prove this. Right. Prove. By contradictory method. Contradictory method. Right. Let us assume 5 by 3 minus 7 into root 2 as a rational. Right. Be a rational. If it is a rational, this can be written in the form of P by Q. 3 minus 7 into root 2. Every time we have taken P by Q, let's go for taking other letters also. Because one student has asked, sir, can we go for using A by B? You can, even X by Y also. So here just I'll go for taking A by B. Then what do you say about A and B?
Rational, sir.
Rational numbers.
Rational numbers.
Very good. They are rationals because coefficient of root 2 is other than 1.
7.
Yes, right. A and B are rationals. Rationals, and B is not equal to 0. Don't write Q is not equal to 0. It should be B is not equal to 0 because we have taken A by B. I think Muhammad Sohail, he told that such we shall go for taking the reciprocal. I follow the same. Right. By reciprocals. Because root 2 is in the denominator. Hence, let's go for taking the reciprocal of both LHS and RHS. Now we can write it as 3 minus 7 into root 2 by 5. And the reciprocal of A by B is B by A. Then go for cross multiplying. It is A into, I'm writing it little bit detailed. A into 3 minus 7 into root 2, which is equal. Cross multiply 5 with B. It is 5B. Hope that the screen is clear for you.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Clear.
Now, you will go for multiplying a with both the terms. A into 3 or 3 into a is 3a minus 7 into root 2 into a minus 7 root 2 a, which is equal to 5b. We want root 2 only. Hence, I transfer minus 7 into root 2a to the right hand side and 5b to the left hand side. Here I'll write 3a, take transfer 5b to the left hand side. It becomes minus 5b, which is equal to transfer minus 7 into root 2a to the right hand side. It becomes plus 7 into root 2 into a. Then write root 2 as it is. Remaining 7 into a is there, that is 7a. Transpose that to the denominator. This will be 3a minus 5b by 7a. 3a minus 5b by 7. That's equal to root 2. Here is information if I'm going to pause your video. Your students, meanwhile, just I'll give you one information. Please turn on the video and place the mobile in such a way that your face should be visible, because our technical department will be observing you. So if you do not turn on the video, chance of removing you from the class. Hence, I have been requesting, please turn on the video without fail. Okay, let's continue. It is 3a minus 5b whole divided by 7a is equal to root 2. Here, we know that a, b are rationals. We have assumed them. And we also know that 3, 5 and 7, they are also rational numbers. Here are like a, b, 3, 5 and 7 are rationals. As they are rationals, 3a minus 5b by 7 is a rational. Is a rational. As this is equal to root 2, root 2 will also be a rational. Root 2 is also a rational. But actually, root 2, whether it is rational or irrational?
Irrational.
Irrational.
It is irrational, right? Here I'll repeat. Right. But we know that root 2 is irrational. According to our assumption, we have got root 2 is rational. Actually, it is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is a reverse of the given statement. Hence, it is irrational. So, here I'll write. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Right. Hence, the given number.
Five by
5
3
by
minus 7 root 2.
3 minus 7 root 2.
3 minus 7 into root 2 is irrational. Okay. So you might be observing you that while solving also, just I have been introducing just 1 or 2 additional problems. Even some other additional problems will be solved after completing this lesson. I'll rub it. Now we are moving to the exercise questions. Exercise 1.3. Right. Right. Exercise number 1.3. First one is like this. Right. Prove that root 5 is irrational. Prove that root 5 is irrational. Yesterday only we have learned how to find out, how to prove the given number as irrational with coefficient 1. Observe here. Here the given number is root 5 and its coefficient is 1. Let's go for proving and please go on writing with it. Yes, start writing. Right. Prove by contradictory method right, put imply symbol, let root 5 be a rational number or just be a rational. If it is a rational, it can be written in the form of P by Q. Now here, what do you say about P and Q?
Co-primes.
Co-primes.
Very good. Sudarshan, you are right.
Co-primes.
Co-prime. Right. Where P and Q are co-primes. And Q is not equal to 0. In the next step, we will go for squaring on both the sides. Then you will get root 5 whole square as 5. P by Q whole square as P square by Q square. Just go for cross multiplying. You get Q square is equal to P square by 5. 5 will come to the denominator of RHS. You may call this as statement 1. Observe the meaning RHS side, that is P square by 5. The meaning of this statement is here 5 divides P square. Here, right? 5 divides P square. If 5 divides P square, it will also divide 5. 5 also divides P. If 5 divides P square, 5 also divides P. You may call this as statement 2.
Sir, that is 25 no, sir.
Oh, sorry.
525 no, sir. Squaring on both sides.
No. Just observe here. It is root 5. Root 5 whole square is, see, square and root get cancelled. You will get 5. If 5 divides P, we can say that 5 is a factor of P. Now we have to follow the steps to show 5 is also a factor of another one, that is Q. Yes, Pranav, you are right.
Theorem 1.3.
According to theorem 1.3. Afterwards, I'll make you to write that. Next, write. Let us take P as P as Can we go for taking 5K?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or as 5M, 5N, 5X, whatever the letter you want to get it.
Yes, sir.
Then go for squaring on either sides. It will be P square is equal to 5K whole square is 25K square. You may call this as statement 3. Now substitute this statement 3 in statement 1. Again, I have been putting imply symbol. Substitute statement 3 in statement 1. Then statement 1 can be written as Q square is equal to P square by 5, where P square is 25K square by 5. You may go for cancelling. 1s are 5s are 5 1s are 5 5s are 25. 5K square is equal to Q square. Let us solve K square. K square is equal to Q square by 5. Now the meaning of RHS part is here 5 divides Q square. If 5 divides Q square, 5 also divides. 5 also divides Q. I call this as statement 4. So then now we can say that 5 is a factor of Q. But our assumption is P and Q are co-primes, which means that the HCF of P and Q is 1. But here, as 5 is also a common factor of both P and Q, we can say that HCF of P and Q is 5. As a result of it, we can also say that P and Q are not co-primes. Right. From the statements 2 and 4. 2 and 4. We can write P and Q are not co-primes. P and Q are not co-primes. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. Hence, root 5 is irrational. Or else, root 5 is an irrational number. Copy that completely.
Finished, sir.
Finish, sir.
Draw a line with pen and pencil.
Finish, sir.
Oh, okay. If it is finished, I'll move on to next one. And second one, it was given in the examination. Put 3-star mark for them. Right. Second one, put 3-star mark. The statement is like this. Prove that 3 plus 2 into root 5 is irrational. Or it should be proved as irrational. As we have solved so many statements and we have proved those statements as irrational, here also we will follow the same. But the given irrational is binomial. Right. Prove. By contradictory method. By contradictory method. Assume that is, let 3 plus 2 into root 5 be a rational. If it is a rational, it can be written in the form of P by Q. Right. P by Q. where P and Q are
Rational.
very good, rationals. Rationals and Q is not equal to 0. Next, go for solving root 5. Let me write 2 into root 5 as it is, which is equal to P by Q. Now transfer 3 to the right hand side. It becomes minus 3. Take LCM and simplify. LCM is Q. Then multiply LCM with the first term. It becomes P. With the second term, it is 3. So 2 into root 5 is equal to P minus 3Q by Q. Now transpose 2 to the denominator as we have to solve root 5. Here are 5. Root 5, this is equal to P minus 3Q by
2.
Q. Next, we all know that P, Q, 2 and 3 are rationals. Write the same. P, Q, 2 and 3 are rationals.
Root 5 is irrational.
Right. Next, P minus 3Q by 2Q is a rational. Is a rational which is equal to root 5. Root 5 will also be a rational. Is also a rational. But we all know that root 5 is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, you can write the final conclusion as 3 plus 2 into root 5 is irrational. Hence, it is proved. Hope that you have copied. Now, let's
Yes,
move on to
sir.
third. Here also, we have some numbers. We have to prove them as irrationals. For these three, let's move a bit quick as possible, because we have spent a lot of time on proving proving the given numbers as irrational numbers, whether it may be monomial or binomial. Let's move on to third. Should write little bit fast. Right. Prove that the following are irrationals. Prove that the following are irrationals. First one is very simple. It is 1 by root 2. Yes, go for proving this quick as possible. Right. Prove by contradictory method. Contradictory method. In between, I won't go for asking any question. Directly, I'll keep on writing. You should also. By contradictory method, let 1 by root 2 be a rational number. Or just you may write rational. Then 1 by root 2 is equal to P by Q, as it is a rational number, where P and Q are rational and Q is not equal to 0. As root 2 is in the denominator, let's go for taking the reciprocals of both LHS and RHS. I'll write root 2 is equal to Q by P. by reciprocals. And we all know that
Should be co-primes, no, sir?
not co-primes.
Sir, root one is coefficient, no, sir?
Coefficient of root 2 is 1. But this is in reciprocal form already. Here, 1 by root 2. Only root 2 is there. It is already in P by Q form. So if only root 2 is there, then you can go for following that. That is P and Q as co-primes. Now, here P, Q are rationals. Then Q by P is a rational. That is equal to root 2. So root 2 is also a rational. But we all know that root 2 is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Assumption is wrong. Hence, 1 by root 2 is irrational. Hope that you have finished with me. Now let's move on to second one. Quick as possible. 7 into root 5. 7 into root 5. Right. Prove by contradictory method. By contradictory method, let 7 into root 5 be a rational. Then 7 into root 5 is equal to P by Q, as it is a rational number, where P and Q are rationals and Q is not equal to 0. Let's solve root 5. Root 5 is equal to P by transpose to 7 to the denominator. It will be now 7Q. Let's put imply symbol. We know that P, Q, and 7 are rationals. If they are rationals, we can write P by 7Q is a rational. And this rational is equal to root 5. Therefore, root 5 will also be a rational. Is also a rational. But we all know that root 5 is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, 7 into root 5 is irrational. 7 into root 5 is irrational. Hope that you have completed. Shall we move on to third sub question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Third one is also very simple. Right. It is 6 plus root 2.
Sir, give time to copy, sir.
Huh?
Give time to copy, sir.
Once you tell, Got the question? It is 6 plus root 2. Let's go for proving this as irrational. All right, prove again by contradictory method. Contradictory method. Let us assume 6 plus root 2 irrational. Therefore, it can be written in the form of p by q. That is 6 plus root 2, which is equal to p by q, where p and q are rationals and q is not equal to 0. Then solve root 2. Root 2 is equal to p by q. Transfer 6 to the right hand side. It becomes minus 6. Take LCM and simplify. LCM is q. Multiply LCM with both the terms. It becomes p minus 6q. That is equal to root. Put apply symbol and write. Here in the RHS side, we have p, q, and 6. These are all rational numbers. As they are rationals, but RHS, it is p minus 6q by q is a rational. And this rational is equal to root 2. Its root 2 will also be a rational. But we all know that root 2 is irrational. Root 2 is irrational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, 6 plus root 2 is irrational. 6 plus root 2 is irrational. Right. It is proved. Hope that you have finished. Now, shall we move on to the next concept of this chapter?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is over. We will move on to the next concept.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yesterday and today, we focused on irrational, revisiting irrational numbers. Now, we are moving to the next part of this chapter, and this will be the last part of the chapter. That is revisiting rational numbers and their exponents. This concept is also very important in the examination point of view for 1 mark. Many times they have asked the question on revisiting rational numbers and their decimal expansion. Please go for writing the side heading. Rational numbers and their decimal expansions. Rational numbers.
Sir, I have a doubt in irrational numbers, sir.
What is that?
Sir, if in the statement both irrational numbers are given in a binomial, both irrational are given, how to solve it, sir?
Yeah, definitely. We will go for solving such a type in the additional problems. You are asking like this. Sir, how to prove root 2 plus root 3 is irrational?
Yes, sir.
Is
Yes,
it
sir.
that? Definitely.
Yes, sir.
This type will also be solved in additional problems. Okay, soon after completing this chapter, we'll move on to that. I'll take the problems from S. Chan, Adi Sharma, Oswal, and your previous year question papers. But in
Okay, sir.
between, which are very simple, I have been introducing those additional problems. Clear up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right side heading. It is revisiting rational numbers and their decimal expansions. Their decimal expansions. Revisiting rational numbers and their decimal expansions. Written up. Okay, you may stop writing, just observe it. Dear students, we are very familiar with the numbers called rational numbers. Just to recall its definition, any number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0, is called a rational number, right? We can take plenty of examples, like even just 1 is a rational number, 0 is also a rational number, -3 rational number, 7 by 5 rational number, -3 by 14. All these are some examples for rational numbers. And we also know that these rational numbers can be expressed in decimal form as well. And based on decimal form, we can define the rational number as a number whose decimal expansion is terminating and also are non-terminating recurring. Non-terminating recurring is called a rational number. You may just go for taking an example for terminating and this non-terminating recurring. For terminating, I'll go for taking it is 0.125. We all know that 0.125, it is the decimal form of 1 by 8. It is a terminating decimal because we have countable number of digits in the decimal form. Only 3 digits are. Whereas non-terminating recurring, I'll take this example, 3.142857. 142857. 142857. See that here 142857 is being repeated. It is the repeating block. There is no end at all. It is non-terminating. And this is a recurring part, a repeating part. And this is the decimal expansion of 22 by 7. Right. Now just go through the given heading. Revisiting rational number. Just we got the rational number definition. Next, and their decimal expansion. Even we have taken the decimal expansion. These are rationals and their decimal expansion. We have some important information regarding that. Let me go for explaining one by one. Please don't go for copying anything. Observe. Here I write a rational number, that is 1 by 8. You also know that its decimal expansion is, on dividing 1 by 8, you get 0.125. It is terminating. It is a terminating decimal because countable number of digits are there in the decimal part. Is it possible to say directly the decimal expansion of the given number is terminating or non-terminating recurring?
Yes, sir.
Anybody?
Yes, sir.
My question is very simple. You will be given a rational number that is in the form of P by Q. Without actual division, is it possible for us to say that its decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating recurring.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Same
Sir.
way that
Yes,
for
sir.
that, we have condition. I am going to give you those conditions. I'll tell you that. Just keep observing. Look here. It is 1 by 8 is equal to 0.125. Then, and I'll take the prime factorization of the denominator. Here, denominator 8 is there. Its prime factorization is just 2 cube. Similarly, let me take another example. It is 17 by 10. I've taken very simple example. What is this decimal expansion?
2 into 5.
1.7.
2 into
Decimal
5.
1.7. 1.7.
Very good.
1.7.
1.7. Whether it is
1.7.
terminating or not terminating.
Terminating, sir.
Non-terminating.
Terminating, sir.
Terminating.
Observe. 17 by denominator 10 is there. What is its prime factorization?
2 into
2 into 5.
2 into
five.
followed. Observe the denominator which have been expressed in exponential. Here 17 by 10 is written as 17 by 2 into 5. Their powers. Here 1, here is 1. 1 by 8 is written as 1 by 2 cube. It can also be written as 2 cube into 5 raised to the power 0. Because 5 raised to the power 0 is 1. 1 into any number is the same number. It will not affect. Now, observe the powers of 2 and 5. Here 3 and 0. Observe the decimal expansion of the given numbers. These two. These two are terminating, right? Both are terminating. The decimal expansion of the given number will be terminating if the denominator of if the denominator of these numbers will be in the form, it is 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers means except negative numbers. You may take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Clear? Did you
Yes, sir.
understand?
Sir.
Once I clarify, it's very simple. There will be a number, rational number, which is in the form of p by q. And this is to be, if the decimal expansion is terminating, if and only if q is in the form of, that is denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to take another example. Just observe. It is 22 by 7. This is also a rational number. Its decimal expansion is familiar to us. It is 3.142857 bar. It is non-terminating recurring. Observe the denominator. Denominator is 7. It can be written as 7 raised to the power 1. Not only this, even I take 10 by 3 is a rational number. Its decimal expansion would be 3.333333 and so on. It is non-terminating recurring. And I'll write that number as 10 by 3 raised to the power 1. Observe the prime factorization of denominators in both the numbers. Are they in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised
No,
to the
sir.
power n?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So q is not in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. If this condition holds good, we can say that the decimal expansion of the given number is non-terminating recurring. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you can explain
You
again, sir,
understand?
one more time.
Okay. Now I'll make you to write, and we have Three important statements with respect to this. All the three have been given in your textbook. I'll make you to write one by one. Before that, just two important points will be given. Please go for copying. Right. With respect to that. With respect to this heading, P by Q is a rational number, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Written up. Written? Now, the decimal expansion of P by Q will be terminating. So this is first case for terminating decimal expansion. For terminating decimal expansion. Written. Okay. In P by Q, Q will be in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. In P by Q, if Q is in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power m, or there may be only 2 raised to the power m, or only 5 raised to the power m, or both may be there, then we can say that the decimal expansion of that number will be terminating. Next, another important.
Sir, what is
Right.
that, sir? MCN?
Pardon me?
MCN, what is that, sir? After 5 and
Not MC, it is M and
Okay, sir.
N are non-negative integers. Non-negative
sir.
integers means it includes 0 also. 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Next, right. For non-terminating recurring. For non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. It is in P by Q, Q will not be in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. Overall, both of you are completed.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the decimal expansion of non-terminating, non-repeating? For that means for irrational number, there is no particular pattern. Irrational number decimal
Yes, sir.
expansion will be
Sir,
non-terminating.
1 minute comes side, sir.
But only we will follow pattern for writing the examples,
Excuse, sir.
not conditions like this. Dear students, once I make you to recall, very simple. Rational number will be in the form of P by Q. If Q is in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, its decimal expansion will be terminating. If Q is not in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, then its decimal expansion will be non-terminating record. Just please stop writing. Listen to me carefully. I'll ask you a few oral questions. Look here. Here I take 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is there. Now, whether it's a decimal expansion is terminating or not terminating. Vishruth, you are right.
Terminating, sir.
Terminating, sir.
Terminating.
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 How
Because
can we
it is in the
come to
form of 2 to the power
terminating?
m, sir.
It is the form of 2 to the power
It is
of
in the
m,
form
sir.
of 2 to the power m.
Very good. Okay, observe it. Look here. Here denominator 4 is there. 4 can be written as 2 raised to the power 2 into 5 raised to the power 0. Now this is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Right? The denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it is terminating. Or the decimal expansion of the given number is terminating. Clear up? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Now observe it. Okay. Just observe it. Another simple question. If it is so, you said that it is terminating decimal. The given number has terminating decimal expansion. If so, how many digits will be there in the decimal part?
2.
There will be 2 digits. Then how do you come to know that? Will you go for actual division?
No, sir.
Number it is
Sir.
2. Exponential form.
It is very simple. Very simple. Here 3 by 4 is there. We have written the decimal, sorry, we have written the exponential form of 4. It is 2 raised to the power 2. Observe. Into 5 raised to the power 0. Observe only the powers. Power is 2, power is 0. What is the highest power?
2.
2.
sir.
Therefore, it terminates after 2 decimal places. And okay, you can just check that. If you divide 3 by 4, you'll get 0.75. 0.75. Because it is quarter to 1. 3 by 4 is quarter to 1. In Kannada we say that Mukhal Bhaga. So its value will be 0.75. In the decimal part, we have 2 digits. Clear up?
Yes, sir.
Please don't go for copying this. Just I have been discussing with you. Next, I'll give you another one. Observe this. 11 by 20. Whether it has terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating.
Terminating, sir.
Sir. Terminating.
Terminating, sir.
Okay. Look here. Denominator 20 is there. Its prime factorization is 2 square into
2, 5.
You can find out like this.
2 square
2
into
tens
5.
are 2 5s are 2 square into 5. Now the denominator is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it is terminating decimal expansion. If so, after how many digits it will terminate?
2 digits, sir.
2 digits only. Very simple. 11 by 20 is written as 11 by 2 square into 5 raised to the power 1. Observe the highest power of the prime numbers. Here is 2, here is 1. Highest power is 2. Therefore, it terminates after 2 decimal places. Very good. Next, what is its decimal expansion?
0.55, sir.
0.55.
55.
Oh, just observe it. You no need to go for actual division method. Like this. Don't divide 11 by 20 like this. I'll tell you that method. Just look at them. Here 11 by 20 is there, which is equal to 11 by 11 by 2 square into 5 raised to the power 1. Observe the denominator. 2 raised to the power 2 is there, 5 raised to the power 1. We have to equalize powers. What should be done? Your power is 2.
Multiply all
One.
the numerator and denominator by 5, sir.
Yes.
Multiplying numerator and denominator by 5.
Very good. Observe it. Here to equalize the powers, I'll take 5 raised to the power 1. Whatever the number will be taken here, the same number should be taken even in the numerator also. Now this is equal to. Now multiply numerator. 11 5s are
55.
55.
Here 2 square into
4.
5 raised to the power 1 into 5 raised to
5
the
square.
power 5 raised to the power 2.
2 into 5 whole square.
This can be written as directly I'll write 2 into 5 whole square. What is 2 5s are?
10, sir. 10 square is 100.
What is 10 square?
100.
Now it is 55 by 100.
100, sir.
0.55.
Okay. After decimal, we have 2 digits. Hence, we can say that it terminates after 2 decimal places. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I'll take one more example. Suppose 11 by 30 is taken. Terminating or non-terminating record.
Non-terminating
Terminating.
recurring.
Non-terminating.
Non-terminating recurring, sir. Terminating recurring, sir.
Wait, simple question.
Terminating, sir.
Terminating, sir.
Is it terminating?
Terminating, sir.
No, sir.
Terminating,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Terminating.
Terminating.
Okay. You have bit confusion regarding whether it is terminating or not. I'll tell you. 7 by 30 is there. Aditya Vished, very good. It is 7 by 30 in the denominator, 30 is there. It's prime factorization. Look at 3 10s are 2 5s are. Here 3 into 2 into 5.
Decimal expansion of 30 is having other than 2 and 5.
Wait, wait. No, whenever I ask you the question in that time, please answer. Okay. Is it in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n only?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is having 2.
Along with that, even 3 is also there. If only 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, only 2 and 5 are there, then only we can say that it is terminating. But this is not in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it is non-terminating recurring. But it should not be written in short form. Simply I have written here NTR. Okay. It is non-terminating recurring. If the denominator is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, then its decimal expansion is non-terminating recurring. Okay. Now let's go for some worked examples based on these. Before that, here they are given 3 important statements. Let's go for writing them one by one. So I'll rub it. And these statements are taken as theorems. I'll write the same. Right. First one, theorem 1.5. Theorem 1.5. Theorem 1.5. Listen. With respect to this, you will be able to make a statement. Just I'll give you the hint. Observe. I am going to take a rational number whose decimal expansion is terminating, like 3.17. Got it? I've taken a rational number whose decimal expansion is terminating, that is 3.17. Can it be expressed in the form of P by Q?
Yes, sir. 317 by 100.
317 by 100. Got it? If it is terminating, it can be written in the form of P by Q. Then what about P and Q? If P and Q are taken as co-primes, if they are, of course, they are co-primes, then what will be the denominator? Denominator. Here we have 100. 100 can be written as 2 square into 5 square, which is in the form 2 raised to the power
2 to
n
the
into
power
5
into
raised to the
n
power
by
n. Correct. Very good. Aditya, you are right. Got it? If there is a terminating decimal, it can be written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are co-primes. Please do remember, P and Q are co-primes, and Q is in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
You can make the statement yourself. Right. Let x be a rational number. Let x be a rational number whose decimal expansion is whose decimal expansion.
Sir, this we have to write, sir.
Yes. Yeah, you must write. You should go on writing with me. Let x be a rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. Whose decimal expansion terminates. Here I am written. Then x can be written as or x can be expressed as, how do you write? How it has been written?
P by Q.
The power m into q to the power
It
n.
can be written as P by Q, where P and Q, what are P and Q?
Co-primes.
Co-primes.
Are co-primes.
Primes.
P and Q are co-primes, and what will be the prime factorization of the denominator?
2 to the power m into
to the power of n.
Very good, right. And the prime factorization of denominator, nothing but Q, is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. Now, just to take an example from the same example, it is 3.17. It is a rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. It can be written in the form of P by Q, that is 370 by 100. And the denominator, that is 100, is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, can be written as 317 by 2 square into 5 square. Hope that you have written.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll move on to another theorem. Right. Theorem 1.6. Theorem 1.6.
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Ritana, have you completed this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen. It's already time up. Let's do one thing. Theorem 1.6 and 1.7 are there. Theorem 1.6 and theorem 1.7 are 1.7 are there. You just copy both the statements yourself and just leave few little bit gap for giving the example. Okay. Once I repeat, after this, Rahil, wait. Just listen. You have to copy theorem 1.6 and leave some space for writing the example. Next, theorem 1.7 and leave some space for writing the example. Then tomorrow I'll go for explaining this. And another important information is, even in yesterday's worksheet also, with respect to worksheet, many students have submitted. Please do continue the same. We have good number of students who are submitting their worksheets promptly. Please do continue the same. And even yesterday I had introduced 3 important types of questions. Last 3 questions, and they are to be considered as hard questions. Means higher order thinking skilled questions. Higher order thinking skilled questions. They are very important in the examination point of view. In everyday's worksheet, just I'll go for introducing 1 or 2. I have already told in the beginning that the worksheet questions are very important in the examination point of view. Please do practice them without fail. So with this,
Sir.
we go for concluding the class. And
Okay,
on
sir.
coming with one more
Sir, I have
information.
not
That is,
understood the third
on
question.
coming Sunday, you have test on the chapter real numbers. Full chapter will be there. And
Okay,
the test
sir.
timing has been pre-poned. It is from 7 to 8 o'clock. Test timing will be from 7 to 8 o'clock, because after 8 o'clock, parent-teacher meeting will be there.
Sir,
Okay.
I not
With this,
understood
we
the
stop the
third
class.
question.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Sir, I not
Okay, bye.
understood that
Thank you, sir.
third
Bye, sir.
question.
Thank you.